So good day everyone. Today I will be discussing concrete forms and placing footings under the subject bricks and blocks for structural and plastering. So basically this topic is about how we properly shape concrete and how we place it, especially sa foundation part ng structure. So for our objectives, there are three main things we want to achieve. First is to understand how proper formwork and concrete placement affect the strength and durability of a structure. Kasi if mali yun, kahit maganda yung design mo, babagsak lang din. So second is to explain the proper design and preparation of concrete forms for footings. So dito na yung papasok yung technical side. And lastly, to identify correct placement methods and also common defects. Kasi importante na alam mo hindi lang yung tama but also what can go wrong. So now, let's proceed to the importance of footings in structure. So, bakit nga ba importante yung footings? Footings are responsible for transferring the load of the structure papunta sa ground. So, sila yung foundation, literally. It also transfers structural loads to the ground. Second is to prevent excessive settlement, and lastly, provide stability against overturning. Next is form design and preparation. Now, um, this is basically the process of creating molds kung saan ilalagay yung fresh na concrete. So, ano ba talaga yung purpose ng concrete forms? First is to shape and support fresh concrete. Kasi while wet, parang fluid lang siya. Second, maintain dimensions until concrete gains strength. They, third is to ensure correct alignment and level. So, hindi tabingi yung alignment, yung structure. At proceed tayo sa types of concrete forms used for footings. First is timber form. A timber form is a temporary mold made from wood like lumber or planks, used to shape and hold wet concrete until it hardens. It is commonly used because it is cheap, easy to cut, and simple to assemble, especially for small construction projects. Usually, ginagamit nga to, sabi dito sa PPT, for small projects or residential construction. But the downside is hindi siya ganun ka-durable and not reusable many times. Next is plywood form. A plywood form is a type of concrete form made using plywood sheets supported by wooden frames to shape and hold fresh concrete until it sets. It is preferred because it gives a smoother surface finish and is lighter and easier to work with compared to solid timber. So, if you want a better surface quality, mas preferred yung plywood form. Next is steel form. A steel form is a concrete mold made from metal panels, sorry po, or steel, used to shape and support wet concrete until it hardens. It is strong, durable, and reusable and provides puro end, a very smooth and accurate finish. But it is more expensive and heavier than wood forms. Sabi nga dito, it also gives very accurate and smooth finish. Pero syempre, the downside is expensive siya and heavier. So, ginagamit lang ito mostly sa large scale projects. Now, let us proceed to form design consideration. Um, Now, when designing forms, we need to consider several factors. First is concrete pressure. Fresh concrete behaves like a fluid and exerts lateral pressure on the formwork. The design must ensure the forms can resist this pressure without deformation or failure. Remember that fresh concrete behaves like a fluid, so it pushes against the form. Second, footing dimensions. Formwork must be designed according to specified dimension to achieve the required size and shape, ensuring proper load distribution and structural integrity. Kailangan exact yung size para proper yung load distribution. Gets? Third is ground conditions. The bearing capacity and stability of the soil influence how the formwork is supported. Unstable or soft ground may lead to settlement, misalignment, or structural defects. So, if soft yung soil, pwedeng mag-shift yung forms. And lastly, ease of stripping. Formworks should be designed for efficient removal without damaging the hardened concrete, maintaining surface quality while improving construction efficiency. Meaning, dapat madaling tanggalin yung forms without damaging the concrete. Next is preparation of concrete forms. First, measure and mark footing layout. Dito pa lang sa preparation na 'to dapat precise ka na. Second, cut and assemble form panels. Third, brace and support the forms para hindi siya gumalaw. Lastly, check the alignment and level. This prep ensures na straight and even yung footing. Form work bracing and support. So bracing is alam naman natin is very important. Why? Because it prevents from form movement. Bracing stabilizes the formwork system, keeping it in place against forces like wet concrete, pressure, vibration, and external loads. Second, it maintains the shape during concrete placement. Uh, it ensures the form retains its correct dimensions and alignment while concrete is being poured and curing. Third, it ensures safety. Proper bracing reduces the risk of collapse, protecting workers and maintaining structural integrity during construction. Kasi without proper bracing, pwedeng mag-collapse yung formwork, which is very dangerous for workers. Common formwork defects. First is the leakage of cement paste. Occurs when joints or gaps in the formwork are not properly sealed, causing loss of cement paste which weakens the concrete surface and reduces strength. This happens kapag may mga gaps sa form, so lumalabas yung mixture and humihina yung concrete. Second, bulging or collapse. It happens when formwork is not strong enough to resist the pressure of fresh concrete, leading to deformation or sudden failure. Kapag mali yung positioning, affected yung both appearance and structural performance. So, third, misalignment. Improper positioning of formwork result in structural elements being out of line, affecting both appearance and load distribution. This happens naman kapag hindi kaya ng form yung pressure. Lastly, uneven footing dimensions. Inaccurate formwork setup can cause inconsistent sizes and levels of footings, leading to poor load transfer and potential structural issues. So, kapag mali yung positioning, ay mali, sorry. Ano ba yun? This leads to poor load transfer and possible structural failure. Next is concrete placement techniques. Dito na natin actually ibubuhos yung concrete. Preparing for concrete placement. Before placement. First is to ensure forms are clean. All debris, dirt, and excess materials must be removed to prevent contamination and ensure proper bonding of concrete. Second, check reinforcement placement. Reinforcing bars must be correctly positioned, secured, and spaced to achieve the intended strength and structural performance. Third is moisten forms if necessary. Dampening forms prevents them from absorbing water from the concrete, which helps avoid premature drying and surface defects. Lastly, verify concrete mix design. Confirm that the concrete mix meets the required specification, strength, workability, and durability for the projects. Next is methods of concrete placement. Uh, wait. First is manual pouring. Second, buckets or wheelbarrows. Third, pumps. Placing concrete in footings. So, ato na yung procedure. First is to place concrete in layers. Concrete should be poured in uniform layers to ensure proper compaction and reduce the risk of voids within the footing. Second, ensure uniform distribution. Concrete must be evenly spread throughout the footing to maintain consistent density and proper load transfer across the foundation. Lastly, avoid dropping concrete from excessive heights. Dropping from high levels can cause segregation, where heavier aggregates separate from the mix, affecting strength and quality. Thank you.